In July, a moratorium on CO2 pipelines in Illinois will expire. That's leading farmers and landowners across the state to seek changes. WGEM's Dylan Smith has more on McDonough County farmers' efforts in Springfield that could protect property rights.
It was just 3 years ago when a company called Navigator was trying to get a pipeline in the Midwest. Now, as you see here, it would have spanned over 1,000 miles, cutting across a number of states, including our bubble in western Illinois. Now, Illinois passed a carbon capture law in 2024, but it doesn't set limits on eminent domain for those pipelines.
We are sitting right now on a farm that my wife's family homesteaded in 1869.
Steve Hess remembers all too well.
In a situation like that, I have no leverage whatsoever.
The day a land agent threatened to take what means the world to him.
He says, well, you know, if you don't accept our offer and we get approved by the ICC, we can use eminent domain and do all this.
For a far less price than what he thought was fair.
Showed me an easement offer, which I thought was paltry.
Hess is behind Senate Bill 2842, which would ban eminent domain and give landowners like him the right to negotiate and protect their property.
We see the purpose of the CO2 pipelines. We're not against pipelines. What we are against is eminent domain for the pipelines.
Hess is a part of a group called Citizens Against Heartland Greenwashing Projects. 24 organizations and townships have endorsed the legislation. In 2022, the McDonough County Board supported the cause by enacting its own moratorium. Had the pipeline come to fruition, it would have cut across over 100 parcels of land in McDonough County. Hess says only about a half a dozen easements were signed. Navigator withdrew its application when the state moratorium was enacted.
I'm in this battle, not for me, but maybe for my son who's farming right now, but especially for my grandchildren.
Hess is worried that when this statewide moratorium ends in just a few months, companies will again go to farmers for land. He's hoping this bill will gain traction before then.
And the bill was assigned to the Senate Energy and Public Utilities Committee. It will go in front of the General Assembly next month.